So, Adam, tell me a little bit about what you're working on. It sounds quite exciting.
Well, what we're working on is the world premiere for Ubuntu is happening on Monday at Dances with Films. So it'll be the first time it's shown in front of an audience, which is a little nerve-wracking, but I'm also very excited about that. It's nice to get it out there.
Yeah, I know you're the director, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about the film. How would you describe it?
Um, well, it's about the mamas of Cape Town. There's how these women basically all through apartheid and continuing to today have raised up their communities by creating like daycares and soup kitchens and senior clubs and preschools and anything that their society needed. These women made with like less than nothing. So it's a real story of getting out their story actually and making people know what's happened down there. I mean, apartheid only ended in 1994, so it's not really that long ago.
Yeah, you don't think about it in that context, but then you look at it like, wow, that really wasn't that long ago.
No. And so, it's incredible in the film. You hear a mama talk about how, yes, we're free now, which is great, but yet it's not better. And to hear just someone in a sense saying that we're free now is wild. To me, that was one of the moments I'm getting the chills now just saying it. It's just like that was a moment when you're doing an interview with someone saying we're free now, and like that's in our lifetime. That's not even, I mean, that's just, you're talking about 20 years ago, and then you're kind of going, that's super scary that is still going on today.
It is. It absolutely is. And what do you think is the most important thing you learned from directing the film, whether it was from someone of the subjects or in general?
I think it's, what the least the experience, because we shot in the summer of 2018. So it's been quite a journey because of the film topic itself was really hard to wrap my head around, and with the editor and Lauren to try to create, how we tell this story. And then we had a worldwide pandemic that didn't help anything. So, I think what it is what I took away from this whole thing is that, as our worlds get smaller, we need to be more sensitive to what's going on everywhere, I think. And only with having that knowledge of knowing how your fellow person lives, can we have better lives for ourselves.
Absolutely. And other than the pandemic, what would you say was the biggest challenge about making the film?
It was working out how do you, because I mean, for the States, I feel like we don't really know the story of apartheid. So it was working out a way that you can get these mamas' story out there and give it context, and also let it be that it's just not purely educational. It's somewhat of, you can enjoy watching it as well, even though it's very emotional. So that was the hardest thing. I mean, we shot for 16 days and we had, I think, close to 80 hours of footage. So it took just 4 months to go through the footage.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's harrowing time, because you have to like digest it and then figure it out. And then, all right, so now what do we do? And how do we make it entertaining, like a film? Not just like talking. The first cut was 4 hours long. So it's like, we're like, ooh, that no one's going to sit through 4 hours of this. So you have to figure out, how do we get it to a right length that feels good, that you can digest it yet, but not be overwhelmed by it.
Exactly. Now, since you do have so much footage, are you gonna maybe make a sequel to it, or you're just gonna wait and see how the film goes over first?
Well, we made a couple other little films, like there's a choir in it, and we actually cut together a bunch of the choir footage and sent it to them. And then there's a museum called the Dom Pass Museum. There's a guy named Alfred in it who runs that museum. Hopefully it's still going. And we made a little like 7-minute film and sent that to him for him to run in his museum. So we did a couple things like that, but probably I don't know if we will go and use any of the other footage. If something comes up, it's there, but usually once you're done with the project, you kind of move on.
No, I completely understand. And speaking of other projects, what's next for you?
Well, it's interesting. I don't have a documentary on mind. I have a few series that we're pitching on, that we're working on, that I can't really talk about. And there's a book that I've had that I don't know have rights to, but I've had in my possession for over 20 years that I think that's really what I want to do. I kind of want to make a narrative film next. So I
Oh,
think
wow.
that's what the journey I'm going to go on next.
Okay, so what would be your dream project to have?
That this book.
This book, this book.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can't tell me the name of the book, but
No.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah.
And one thing I like asking people in interviews, tell me something fun about yourself, like a fun fact.
Oh boy. A fun fact. I mean, I don't know how fun it is, but it's like I grew up at a hotel called Kutcher's Country Club in the Catskills.
Okay.
That's what Dirty Dancing was based on,
Right,
is
right,
that
yes.
hotel. And so, growing up in a crazy place like that, my grandparents ran the coffee shop, and I'd run around that hotel my whole childhood. I mean, that I think is a fun fact. I mean, it was a terrific place to grow up. It was a place that Wilt Chamberlain was a bellhop at, and
Oh, okay.
Red Auerbach, who ran the Celtics and won all those championships, he was the athletic director. So it was like, that's before my time. I'm not that old, but it's like, but it was at least I got to hear all those stories.
It's incredible. And since we're a TV site, what are you watching these days?
Um, I just watched Pistol, which was, I don't, which was, I don't know if you know about that. It's about the Sex Pistols. Danny Boyle did it.
Yes, 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 yes. I know what you're talking about.
It was terrific. It was on Hulu, and that was terrific. So that's something I just finished watching. And then I kind of bounce around watching different things. I'm a bit of a geek in that I love Star Trek. So I've been watching some of the new Star Treks that are out there.
Well, kapla, as I said.
Yes.
I'm trying to learn how to speak Klingon. I can read it, but I can't speak it.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I know that, and I know patak.
That's amazing.
But you're not a patak. You're
No.
a kapla. You're victorious. Those are pretty much the only ones I memorized, but I can read it, like I said, but I can't speak it. But at least I can say it and nobody knows what I'm saying.
That's better than me, though.
Yes. And what would you say was your guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
Guilty pleasure TV show or movie. So it's The Proposal was an easy one for me. I love Ryan Reynolds, and I love Sandra Bullock, and Betty White, and that is just incredible. And that's a film I'll watch usually at least once or twice a year. It's just because it always makes me feel good, and I love their chemistry, and the humor in it is very funny to me.
Yeah, that's such a cute movie. I haven't seen that in a while. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend. It's really cute. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's a good feel good one.
Yeah, definitely. And where can we find you on social media so we can continue to follow this incredible career of yours?
I'm at Big Bones, so BIGGBONES on Instagram, and I'm just my name on Facebook now. I just joined. I actually went off Facebook for many years, and then I just joined recently again. So now I'm on there again.
Okay, I'll have to send you a follow. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I appreciate you, and good luck with the next project. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.